Welcome everyone to another great episode of Brutally Honest. I am your host Stitches NBC, and today I am joined with Brutal Keith and Bella X. Now y'all might be wondering why we started late. You wanna answer that question, or we just gonna keep it moving?
It was not my fault.
Let's just keep it moving. Welcome everybody to another great show. Now today we're actually gonna be talking about certain things as far as I really don't get it. Like I'm actually even getting annoyed at this point. Like, can she just stop sending me screenshots of her DMs? Can she just? I don't care. I don't care how many thirsty dudes are all up in it and trying to holler and trying to smash. I don't care.
But what if she's just letting you know?
I don't care. No me importa un carajo. Ni un ching. I do not care. We're gonna talk about that. We're also gonna talk about tips and advice and counseling as far as how to find your true self. You know, we got Bella here and we got Keith here as well, and we're actually going to give you guys three different perspectives and three different opinions on what we think and what we believe as far as proper ways of finding your true self in this journey that we all call life. We're also going to be talking about how most of us, we're just emotionally unavailable. We're not clocking in. We're staying home. We're in quarantine, I guess. We are not punching in that clock. We are just emotionally unavailable. And I want to talk to you guys about that as far as the effects on with that mentality of always thinking that you're emotionally unavailable. But you know what? I'm going to save that towards the end of the show. That's going to be the third topic. We're also going to talk about, you know, when you're dating somebody, why is it that they always have a tag along? Y'all know what a tag along is, right? Like, they always have somebody that wants to tag along. Like, you can't even have a date with the person because their tag along wants to come through talking about, oh, I love the appetizers at TGIF. We'll bring it to you. How about we'll bring it to you? We'll order it to go. You don't have to go with us. We're going to talk about that. Now, let's start off with, why is she sending me screenshots of her DMs? Now, for those that tuned in for last week, we actually spoke about that. Bella actually said some things, and apparently she wasn't done. Because what was you just telling me as far as what's the reason of she keeps sending me DMs? Like,
probably because she wants you to know that there are people hitting her up, and she doesn't want you to think that she's hiding things from you. And you know that she probably went through something in the past where a guy, yes.
Okay, so you want to talk on that then.
And she wants to make sure that she's not upsetting you the way she upset somebody in the past.
I want to ask you guys, Soraya, thank you for checking in and tuning in. Press 1 if it's live, 2 if for replay, and just comment if you guys want a shout out. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like what? Like she just, well, but what's the point? Do you think she's proven her loyalty? Do you think she's proven her faithfulness? Like, I'm thinking she just likes to gossip.
I guess that's where personality comes into play. You know the girl that you're with, I would hope. So you would know her intentions.
I would hope so as well, right?
So you take the personality that she has and you match it up to the intention that she has. Of course, if she's a petty person and she's doing it all of a sudden, then of course.
I'm glad you said that.
Because
you're absolutely right. It definitely does depend on the person. Like you said, if she's an insecure person, if she's already showing you what type of character she is, then if she or he is doing that, right? Because it works both ways.
Oh, yeah.
But if he or she is actually doing that, we're going to judge that action depending on what we judge their character in the first places. So if they're wholesome, if they're down to earth, if they've always been true to you, if they're not toxic, if they're not pessimist, if they're optimistic, if they're positive, if they always look at the bright side of things, and that certain individual is hitting you up and telling you all this, you're going to take it on the lighter side of things?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
I still wouldn't care. Real talk.
Of course, if it gets too repetitive, I'd end up saying, you know, it's okay. I know that there's going to be people in your DMs. Me as a woman to my man. There's going to be people in your DMs. You don't have to keep letting me know each and every time. But thank you. I appreciate that and I respect that of you.
I'm saying thank you one time. That's all I'm saying. Now, for all of those that are tuning in right now, the topic we're actually talking right now is what's the point of them sending you screenshots of people hitting them up on the DMs? What's the point of that?
And Marlon, he even said exactly what you said. What's the point of it? Honestly, I would say it's two things. It's one, if she's sending it to you, she's probably wants you to know that if you mess up, she got other options. That's the first thing.
That's the first thing you think.
That's the first thing that comes to mind is, bro, if she's sending, like, so bro, look,
she pointed me on the edge.
If she wants you to know other people are in the DMs and she's sending you screenshots of it, it's because she wants you to know that she got other options if you mess up. That's first thing.
But don't we know this already?
Well,
don't we know that we all have options?
Not everybody knows.
Not everybody has options, or not everybody knows?
Not everybody knows, bro. Let's keep it brutally honest. The point of this show is to bring awareness out there. Yeah. That's because not everybody knows. Not everybody has a clue as to what's going on all the time. Sometimes they're in their own lane, doing their own thing, and they don't get, like we say, love is blind. They might get blinded to it and not realize, hey,
the other person has options.
They might just be too stuck on themselves. Like, look, they got me. They don't need nobody else.
I want to know what Bella has to say about this, because I completely disagree with that, man. And I could be wrong. I mean, you guys, matter of fact, let me ask them right now. Do you guys believe that not everybody knows that everybody has an option? That's the question, right? Because you feel like, because that's what you think, right, Keith? You think or you believe that some people are actually oblivious to that. Some people actually don't know. So I want to ask the viewers, do y'all really believe that some people don't know they have other options? What you think, Bella?
It depends on the state. Sorry about that. It depends on the state that you are as far as your relationship goes. Like, if you guys are just talking, you guys don't even have each other on social media yet because you just met the person and you don't want... There is people like that. There is people like that. You don't add anyone on social media until you actually know them, because you don't want them to know who you are, what you got going on, the friends that you have, and where you're from, all of that. Mm-hmm. And this person is just going to keep sending screenshots, sending DMs. Listen, just to let you know, we're beginning this. We're beginning whatever it is we're beginning, and I've got options. I got this, and that. Don't ever tell me I don't got anything. Don't ever tell me my worth is less than what I am.
Now, just because I disagreed with Keith, as far as when Keith said some people are actually oblivious to the fact that not everybody has options, does not make it. Just because I disagree with Keith doesn't make it true. You know, that's just my opinion. To be honest, I'm actually eating breakfast right now. Meaning, I'm actually taking this information for the first time. Like, are you really serious? Not everybody knows this, because to me, I thought, hold up, we all got options. It might not be the options we want, right? No, I got you. Like, but we all have a certain option.
Well, but what I meant by that is when you start talking to somebody and you're interested in them and they tell you they're interested back in you and you're trying to build on that, most people think or assume, okay, if you have those options, you've cut them off by now. Now that you've decided, like, we want to take something somewhere, or this is going to be more than just whatever it was, is more what I mean. And maybe I should have been a little bit more specific in stating that. But
okay, bro. Okay, all right.
I'm just saying, so as far as once we're talking about your partner, somebody letting you know, or somebody you're dealing or involved with, letting you know that they got people in their DMs and they sending you screenshots.
But I don't care, and that's the point we're talking about. Now, I'm not saying that you're right or you're wrong. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have that type of conversation. What I'm just saying is that what's the point of even doing that? Now, one of my reasons that I think and I believe is that it's a test. You know, we've spoken about the test phase. At the end of the day, whether you guys know it or not, we all test people.
We do.
We test them. Sometimes even just being yourself is a test to other people. Meaning, can I really be myself around this person without them feeling a certain way about what I do and about what I say? Even if you're just being yourself, you're actually testing the person. You're trying to see. Now, I'm not saying a test as far as I'm going to tell him or her this and I'm going to see how they react. Mm-hmm. I feel like now you're playing games. Now you're actually doing it intentionally. I feel like if you're just being yourself and they act a certain way, they actually failed that test. But if they actually go with the flow of things, and they're actually understanding, and they don't lash out at you, and they don't tell you, oh boy, why you got home at this time? Oh boy, and you're like, wait a minute, I just got home because there was a lot of traffic. I just got home because I got overtime. Well, hold up, now I have to explain myself to you. Like, you failed. You failed. That's where I'm coming from. Another thing is like, I feel like another reason why they would do that is because they feel unappreciated. Yeah. Press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay, comment if you want a shout out. I definitely liked what Tina Lucchino says. She says, everybody knows that they have options, right? That's what she's responding to. Everybody knows, but some think that they're that good and they got them so far on lock. You feel me? Like, nah, okay, we're dating, but you know who I am. I got you on lock. Please, you don't even want no other option. Like on that machista type shit. You know, like that ego. That's what she's talking about. So I actually do agree with that. There are situations as far as that. So shout out to Tina. Shout out to Christy. Shout out to Luna. Selena. Hey, I'm happy to see you. I'm glad that you're safe. Vanity. Tanisha, everybody, y'all gotta comment. I don't want to see just some certain person you watching with you. No, y'all gotta comment if you guys want a shout out. Marlon, if she screenshots everything, that's a freaking red flag. You're absolutely right, Marlon. Thank you for commenting.
Yeah,
I definitely do that.
If she's screenshotting everything, that's a red flag, bro. I definitely agree with that.
If I screenshot something, it's to laugh at it with my girlfriends. That's all.
You agree with that too? What? Like as far as if they screenshot everything, it's a red flag?
Yeah, well, I guess it could depend on the stage, like I said before, but because what's the point of, if you really are tired of something, you just move on from it. You just dead it, just push it aside.
If you were somebody and they sending you screenshots of everything, is your assumption not whatever your conversation is with them? You're trying to hide something. They're screenshotting it to other people, doing exactly what they're doing to you to other people?
You guys are absolutely right. And so I'm going to respond to both of you guys at the same time. They are giving that energy. They are putting in energy to take the screenshots or whatever it is. There is an energy that you're putting into that. And like you said, like if you're still putting energy into that, if it didn't really matter, like you say, I'm just going to swipe it off or just brush it off. Like, I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. So I do agree with you guys as far as it is a red flag because they are actually putting energy into sending you this, and that's why I said prior, like maybe they just like to gossip, maybe they just like to talk about the shit, maybe they just find it funny. Yeah, maybe it was funny the first time or the first day. Ha ha, joke's over, it's dead. I don't care anymore.
I think there's a lot more than that though. I mean, I had just said it actually. She could be hiding something. He could be hiding something. If he or she keeps sending screenshots of something, what are you trying to prove when you already know I trust you?
And it's funny that you bring that up because Stitch, I was going to say, you said it could be a test. And I was just going to ask, could be a test, the only thing that can come to mind when you mention that as far as if I'm talking to a shorty or if I'm involved and she's sending me a screenshot of other guys that are hitting her up, is that she's testing my insecurity. Yes. Besides that, what other test can she be sending, right? Now, if that's the way she's approaching it, as in she's testing me to see if I'm going to be insecure.
I feel like that's the wrong way to do things.
Well, I agree, but it does happen. Test somebody,
but it does happen.
We do. But we do.
Me as a female is agreeing with that. So
But I would honestly say, if you feel like you have to test my insecurity by doing something like that, how much do you trust me? And that's to the point to which you was just talking about as far as the trust factor. How much do you trust me if you feel like you have to test my insecurity by doing that?
Exactly. Well, like if you're like a few months into the relationship and you are sending me screenshots of things that I already know that's going on, what are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that I'm making you feel some type of way? Are you trying to tell me you're not happy? What is it? Like, tell me. That's why communication is a really important part of a relationship, and people don't want to do that.
You know what gets me mad? I'm going to tell y'all what gets me mad. Shorty sent me 10 screenshots of 10 different dudes hitting her up, and I'm supposed to just brush it off. I sent her one screenshot of just one female, and now she wants to stop talking.
Yeah. I can't help you there. That's
how that happens.
How it goes, right? right?
That's how that happens.
Selena,
though,
thank you for commenting. She's like, there could be a hidden agenda. Definitely testing your insecurities. She's agreeing with you. Or testing to see if you get mad. That's absolutely right. Luna Bella, thank you for tuning in all the way from Italy. I hope you guys are good and I hope you get better. When someone screenshots a like you gave to a guy to ask him why I'm done. Like, but that's something different now, right? That's not even what we're talking about.
I mean, that's still kind of a screenshot. It's not a DM screenshot, but it's still, she can't justify the fact that she's being petty over a like on social media.
In her particular example, she's saying if she liked a guy's picture and her partner screenshot it and then asked her, why did you like his picture?
Oh my God. Why would you do that?
Bro, that's a setup for failure. Like, if that's the situation you're in, the guy you're with is super insecure. And Can I give them a tip to all insecure people that are in this situation? Can I give them a tip real quick? Definitely, because that's what we're here for.
Bro, there's a button on Facebook that says you can still remain friends, but you can unfollow them. That you won't even see them on your timeline or anything. If you're that insecure and you still need time to develop yourself, we all got time. Ain't nobody here to judge anybody. But if you're still on that phase in your life and you're actually with somebody that you actually like and you don't want your own insecurities to affect the growth and potential of that relationship, situationship, friendship, whatever situation you're in, then just unfollow the person if you're friends already. Because I do agree with you. If y'all wasn't friends already, like, give that time. I definitely agree with you on that. Don't just start adding people and you don't even know your own insecurities and now you're sending Shorty a screenshot like, but why did you I like this guy's status? The dude said, God bless you. Why I can't like a status? You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's something simple. Like, are you serious? I'm not gonna say I've never done that. Thinking right now, I don't think I've ever done that.
I have been petty.
I mean, we've been petty. I just really have to think about that. Like,
I've been insecure, petty, and that's why I'm able to speak on these things because I'm at peace with that. So, but we'll get onto that with the true self.
Okay, so let me ask a question before we get to the next topic. Okay. The question for everybody tuning in right now is that a reason to break up? Is that a reason to break up if the person is, can we say harassing you for liking somebody else's status or pic or post? I'm going to say harassed because I'm going to feel harassed about that. Like, why the hell are you questioning me? I don't like to be questioned. I don't like to do no questions. I don't even like to do an explanation. You've heard my lyrics. I don't like none of that. I'm not going to explain myself to nobody. Real talk, I'm going to do me. No matter who's around and no matter who's not around, I'm going to do me. Now, if I say that I'm doing me, and you define that differently as far as, he's doing him, meaning he's going to go out there and talk to whoever he wants, talk to multiple people, mess around, cheat around, whatever. If that's what you really think that I mean as far as doing me, then clearly you didn't even take the time to know me. Because what I mean as far as doing me is I'm doing what I need to do as a man. I'm doing what I was already doing before you even came into this picture. And I'm going to continue doing what I'm going to do whether you're here or not. What is it that I need to do? I need to excel in my life. I need to provide my own happiness because it does come within. I need to reach my goals. I need to fulfill my own dreams. I need to take care of my kids because my kids are a priority. So guess what? I don't care about your damn insecurities. It's not my responsibility. I'm going to do me whether who's here and whether who's not. Now, if you are here and I'm like, I'm going to do me, guess what? I want you to do you too. I want you to go out and do you. Now, when I'm saying do you, it's the same definition. You out there getting your bag, man. You out there taking care of your kids. You out there paying your bills. You out there working. You out there hustling. You out there living your life, you know? Now, whenever you have time and whenever I have time, great. Let's spend that time together. Awesome. We don't have that much time, then you know what? Work 3 full weeks. I'm going to work 3 full weeks and let's go take a month off and go on a little vacation. You understand? Because I'm just saying as far as we can always work things out. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I don't want a female that's always available. I'm calling her, I'm texting her, and she's always there. Like, damn, girl, you ain't got nothing else to do? What is it? Netflix got a commercial break and now you good? Nah.
But the thing is that you always make time for what you want in your life.
Yeah.
You always make time for what you want in your life. So if you just constantly, shove somebody off just because you're doing you, yes, you can do you, but you can still get that 1 or 2 seconds or 2 minutes out of the day to go ahead and say, hey, hope your day's going good, or just a quick call.
I absolutely agree with you, but that does depend on the level of interest
Yeah.
that you have on the
Yeah.
person.
But
You're absolutely right.
You're
Like
sitting here talking about a whole month vacation, okay?
no, I'm saying like, oh, she worked 3 weeks, I worked 3 weeks. Let's just take a week off and we could go on vacation. I'm not saying a whole month. Like, if you're grinding and you take a whole month, man, the last month wasn't been pretty good for you.
Yeah.
You could take a whole month
Yeah.
off, right? Like if you could take a whole month off, then God bless you. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm not there yet. I will be, but I ain't there right today. I probably won't be there tomorrow, but I'm gonna get there. I'm just saying. Selena, yes. Jennifer Hubbard, hey, thanks for tuning in. I fully appreciate it. Yeah, it is different, but it is the same as far as the screenshot goes. I do agree with that. Selena Sullivan, double standards. Sometimes it is double standards, but now let's go move on to the next topic, which what we're going to talk about is how to find your true self. After how to find your true self, we're going to talk about me being emotionally unavailable, and also we're going to talk about when they always have a tag along. I'm mentioning that for all of everybody that's tuning in right now. One if it's live, two if it's a replay. Comment if you guys want a shout out. Oh, you can't wait for which one, brother? Last one?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait. Oliver, that's what's up. My killer, we here. All right, how to find your true self.
Oh man.
Y'all want me to start this off? All right, cool.
If you want, you can start it off.
But I already know because we agree on this one, so I'm gonna say the one that we both.
Hey,
I know
that's
that
not
we both
fair.
agree
Y'all
on.
talk to me.
Well, no.
Because of our previous shows, and there's some things that we've
okay.
always mentioned, and it's a little bit redundant. But at the end of the day, like what I say, what we say, it always starts. The first step is always
Be yourself. Well,
awareness.
that.
Yeah.
The first step in how to really find your true self is self-awareness. You need to be aware of yourself. After you're aware of yourself and you know who you are, after that, then you have to own it. You don't have to be you have to be unapologetic. That's your word, right? You can't apologize for who you are.
Never.
Yes, I
You
can
know?
say that.
And also know that you still have room to grow. So whether you know yourself who you are now and this is me, that's awesome. I'm so happy that you're at that level. But know that there's still other levels to reach as well. Know that you're still imperfect. Know that you still have flaws. In searching for these imperfections and searching within these flaws, you're gonna know yourself a lot more because you're gonna know yourself, okay, as an example, I'm not a good public speaker. Okay, cool. Maybe this is something that, because I really want to be a public speaker, right? Like if this is a desire that you really want, then you're going to be like, okay, cool. Let me practice this a little bit more. Now, some history fact, there was a guy, I'm not going to mention no names, but when the plague happened, like the Holocaust happened out there in Europe, and they sent everybody home, very similar to what's happening now. And when everybody was chilling and everybody was hanging out, this person actually secluded himself. And what he was doing was he practiced himself in the mirror because he had a stuttering problem. He only had a stuttering problem because he got nervous in front of large crowds. But he wanted to be a politician. That was his dream. That was his desire. So what he did without this 9 month of hiatus of social distancing, he practiced in the mirror every single day on how to talk, how he looked and all of that. And actually, at the end of the day, he ended up getting elected and things like that. I'm only mentioning that so we can actually take that example and apply it to our lives now because it's actually very relevant. But I'm saying as far as how to find your true self, it comes with self-awareness. It comes to knowing who you are. It comes to knowing who you are and also knowing that there's still room for growth.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say that. Add to that, and I mean, because you said it, Stitch. Just adding to that, like you said, once you know who you are, own it.
Yes.
Don't let nobody change who you are. Continue to be yourself. Be unique as you are, and own it. Like to me, I think that's the most important thing. Once you figure out who you are, I think people would be like, "Wait, is this me?" And they still try to rediscover. It's like, no. Once you get to that point where it's just like, this who I am, own that to the day you die.
You know,
and like you said, it's always room for growth.
I wasn't always so confident in my thoughts and my feelings about certain things because I didn't even know how I thought about the mistakes I have caused. You're human, and in order to find your true self, there you go. I'm stuttering because I'm getting nervous.
Yeah. Practice in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
that goes to say, like a year ago from now, I would have, I would have backed away from this because I wasn't sure who I am. I wasn't sure what I want to do and what my shine is coming from, where my shine is coming from. In order to find your true self, you gotta know that you're human, that you're going to make mistakes. You gotta think back to those mistakes, related to the situation you're going through on a daily basis, and you gotta realize that those mistakes are lessons, and those mistakes will help you get through the future situations that you will be going through. To find your true self, like these two guys said, be yourself, be you,
unapologetically.
Yes.
I'm surprised I pronounced it, but continue.
You gotta make peace with your past. Make peace with your past. That's the most important part. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes that I wish I never would have done. But of course, as humans, we're gonna learn the hard way. So we're gonna go do whatever the fuck we want to do. We're gonna we're going to be stubborn. We're not going to want to listen to other people, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous, but it's dangerous based on how you think about it.
So this is the balance. It doesn't matter how humble you are in knowing that you're imperfect, in knowing that you're human, in knowing that you have flaws, and in knowing that you still have room to grow. There's nothing wrong with being humble in that. But balance it with being confident in knowing who you are and also where you came from, but most importantly, where you're going.
Yes.
You feel me?
And it is okay to take yourself away from friends and family if you need to, because they're not going to understand you the way that you do. In order for you need to go out in the world. You need to go out in the world. You need to experience some things that you've never even heard of before. You need to learn things that people are telling you about, but you can't even do anything.
How can you do that when you're still emotionally unavailable? Because
I did it, but I'm just fine.
I'm just saying though, like another thing is like I'm saying, like how to find your true self. I'm saying, like, to add on to what you're saying, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Put yourself out of the norm. Put yourself in situations that you normally wouldn't be in. Try new things and things like that. Because when you try new things, when you don't let the fear control you, that's how you're really gonna know the type of person you are. Man, Keith, you said last week a Will Smith quote about fear. Do you remember exactly what you said?
Yep.
Can you repeat it for us, please? On the other side.
Yeah.
Like no, brother. Quote, bro. He says yeah. Okay, that's the quote. On the other side.
Love is on the other side of fear. Basically meaning that the things that you're gonna love about yourself and finding out about yourself is on the other side of fear. And one of the things that I was going to say in regards to the topic is knowing your true self doesn't mean you have to be alone to do that. You can figure out who you are by being around other people.
You're absolutely right. And as far as the self-awareness, another thing that I want to add as far as how to find your true self is that a lot of times if you don't put yourself in these situations, if you don't try new things, most of the times you don't even know what your insecurities are. A lot of times you feel like you are ready for a relationship until you meet somebody that you really like. And now I'm emphasizing on the word really like. I like her or whatever. No, I really like her. Now that's a difference. Dudes, we know this. As soon as my boy's saying, oh, I really like her, we know not to call her a bitch. Straight up. We know this. But if he's just saying, yeah, she's cool, she's dope, we'd be like, nah, she's still smart. Straight up. That's how they're brutally honest. We're just giving it to you guys just straight how it is. You feel me? No filter out here. But I do feel like for an example, you feel like you're ready for a relationship. You feel like you're ready to grow and you're ready to build with somebody. And then you actually get with this person. And I'm not saying you get to this person, but you actually come across this person in your life and things are okay, but you see her or him posting something. You see him or her say something or do something, and now we feel a certain way. Now, maybe you thought, I'm not a jealous person. I'm not a jealous person. But you see, whatever, posting something like as far as to get attention from the opposite sex, and it doesn't even have to be sexual. It could just be a simple question like what I do on my Facebook, which I ask a lot of questions directly to the females. Let's be real about that. But you coming through this, and now I feel like I'm ready for a relationship. But now I see Shorty posting something like this, and I'm like, why she posting that? Like, why do I feel so? Oh, ow! What is that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh snap! Damn! I thought I was ready for a relationship. Apparently, these insecurities are still kind of hold on me, and that's powerful. That's actually positive because that's the awareness. So now I'm like, okay, damn, I still have some type of, and I'm just using the example. So I'm like, damn, I still have this sense of jealousy within me. Okay, then you know what? Maybe this is something that for me to work on during this journey. I'm not saying to completely stop talking to the person. It might be to that level if your jealousy is on that where now you actually hate the person for a simple post. If you're on that level, then you was oblivious to the fact as far as thinking you was ready for a relationship. If you thought you was ready for a relationship, but something petty pops up and you just feel a certain way, but you're like, I can work with this, and you're optimistic and you take this in a positive way, then I don't feel like that's a reason to completely just cut it off with the person like now, because at the end of the day, like the 4 agreements from Miguel Rule, it says don't make assumptions and don't take anything personal. No matter what anybody else does or what anybody else say, is because that's how they feel about their time and their life. It has nothing to do with me. Now, being emotionally unavailable. Most of us are, I'm going to go straight to the point. We're scared. We are scared. We are full of fear. We do not want to be hurt again. And if it's not that you don't want to be hurt again, it's that you don't want to put yourself in a position to waste your time again. You're sick and tired of this shit already. You just want you just want to be left alone. You know what? I'm not available.
But
talk, my killer.
Can I agree to disagree?
You can do whatever you want, bro.
Well, what I mean by that is this. I'm not going to say I disagree with that because that might be the underlying factor. Is it might boil down to exactly what you just said. But what I was going to say in regards to being emotionally unavailable is somewhat wanting to have the control over it. Meaning, instead of allowing somebody to hurt me and tell them I do care for them, I do have feelings, I'm going to pretend not to. See, when people tell me, or when people say that, well, it's not so much that. It's just when people say they're emotionally unavailable, I've been there, and I know that. I know what being emotionally unavailable is like. I think a lot of times people say they're emotionally unavailable when they're just, like you said, and that's why I said I'm not going to disagree with it, when they're trying to control their emotions.
Because they're scared of getting hurt again.
Now, to give an example of that, I've been in situationships where I'm with a girl, I'm like, look, I don't want a relationship, I don't want anything, like if we're going to chill and things happen, so be it. Things happen, of course, a couple weeks, couple days, whatever, now all of a sudden, she likes me, she's stalking me, she's this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. It was like, there was no emotions in the beginning. Now all of a sudden, all of these things came out of nowhere. They didn't really come out of nowhere, right? We knew they were going to come. But that's why, for me personally, when somebody tells me they're emotionally unavailable, I just feel like they're trying to control it. Not that they don't have emotions. It's just they're trying to control it so that they don't get hurt.
I feel like it has... yes, it could depend on your fear, but it can also depend on the fact that you're not over a person. And especially the strength of the love that you had for the person in the past.
Okay.
Like I say that I'm emotionally unavailable because I don't want to hurt somebody while I'm still loving somebody else. And that's a big thing.
It is.
Yes.
It's actually deep.
Yes, that's definitely a big thing.
And that's why I wanted to speak on it, because a lot of people just jump into the next relationship. And it's okay to try and meet new people, to be friends and see if you can connect with other people and find out more about yourself and your personality. But to automatically just jump in a relationship when you know that you're emotionally unavailable due to the fact that you still love a person, you're going to hurt that person. You're going to hurt yourself, especially when you have a good heart.
Even if you have that type of communication with that person, because even before you said that, one of the things I wanted to mention is to be honest with you, if you're emotionally unavailable, straight up, if you don't even want to unlock the door to your heart, I'm not gonna even bother to even knock on it.
But it's not the fact that we don't want to unlock it. Of course we want to unlock it. Of course we don't want to feel this hurt that we have because we can't see the person that we love any longer. It's just the heart just feels dull to the situation. There's no motivation to follow through with the dating and the whole
that's why communication is so important, because to be honest, if I meet a girl and she out here telling me, yeah, I'm emotionally unavailable, instantly I'm turned off, instantly I lost my interest, instantly.
And that's okay for you, because you know what you want now, and you know for a fact that there's somebody who's going to want that same exact thing.
Can I say it? You're right. You're absolutely right. The reason why I will be turned off and completely and instantly lose interest in a person that's not emotionally unavailable is because regardless of how much I've been hurt, no matter how much trials, tribulation, and trauma that I've gone through in my life, I've taken the necessary time to heal myself and become ready, and also not let fear control me as far as moving forward. Now, if I meet such shorty and she's dope and we vibe and everything is cool, but she's telling me she's emotionally unavailable, like I said, I'm not taking that back. I'm instantly gonna get turned off. I'm like, damn, but I am. What's your excuse? I've been cheated on. Girl, I've been cheated on too. What's your excuse? I got exes too. What's your excuse? You know what? I've gone through shit too. But what I'm saying is,
everybody healing things.
But this is why this is why I want to. Yeah, you're right. But this is why I wanted to say that. This is why communication is so key. Because it's like if I'm talking to a shorty and she tells me that, I already got turned off. I already lost interest. But if she's telling me and she's explaining it to me and she's having communication as to telling me as to why, now depending on how much I like the girl, I'm going to be understanding. Or I'm going to be like, I'm going to still be understanding, but I'm going to keep it moving. It depends on what level I'm at. As far as, okay, so shorty said this, and I'm going to be like, you know what? She's still cool. I mean, it's not like I'm talking to multiple people right now. It's okay to just be friends, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's okay to move on even if you're understanding. Like, you shouldn't hold your life, especially if you're just getting to know the person. Like, if it's only been 1 or 2, maybe a few days, and you guys have been hanging out, do not stop yourself just because she says, you know, she's emotionally unavailable and you really like her. Just keep it moving. If it's meant to be, it will be. You get what I'm saying?
Because if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. She over here talking about destiny, but I don't believe in none of that. But at the end, I do want you next to me. I don't believe in no destiny and I don't believe in no fate. I just believe that you make things work and it is what it is.
Yes, of course.
Maria Rosado, thank you for tuning in. Everybody, one, if it's live, 2, if it's a replay, and I'm going to ask you guys this question. If somebody, the person that you're talking to, they tell you that they are emotionally unavailable, would you stop talking to them, or would you give them time to get over the whatever situation they're in? Would you break up with them, or will you deal with it if they tell you that they are emotionally unavailable? That's the question for you guys. I love what Bella X said.
Who's Bella X right now?
Y tú vas a seguir con esa vaina. Tú sabes muy bien que lo que tú eres, ¿oíste? Like, for real. You was talking about as far as actually letting the person know. And actually letting the person know this and actually having this communication.
What is that?
Right? I would define it as a lot of respect for the person. Mm-hmm. Respect for the person's feelings, mm-hmm. and also respect for the person's time. And primarily the respect of giving that person a choice.
Yeah.
Keith.
I mean, yes, and I'm just saying that because of the example I gave when I mentioned it before. They always say they're emotionally unavailable. Give them a week or 2, they'll be full of emotions.
Ah.
I don't believe it. I
wish I could see. Oh, matter of fact, I'm seeing your reaction right now. Talk, girl. I know. Come on. Don't let them live with that one.
Listen,
let them know.
That's all on you. Okay. I'm pretty sure. You know, guys are humans too. They got hearts. They got feelings. They got emotions. But they handle things different. They handle things differently. But as a woman, we're not going to, well, me, because I know some women will actually waste your time and play you because they want the food, they want the place to stay, money, all of this and that. But no, I know what I have going on in my life, and I'm not going to sit here and make you wait for me knowing that there's still a possibility that I'm going to try to work something out with somebody that I'm trying to...
I hate that word. Wait.
You said you want the choice to wait. You said you wanted the choice to wait.
You damn right, and I'm not taking that option. Can I take option B, or is this multiple choice?
That means keep it moving. Then.
Like option 2, wait. That goes with let's say what Luna said, but that's not fair. Why not talk to her and let her see that not every guy is the same?
Because no girl wants to upset. You know how many times? I've had a couple of guy friends that I actually consider close to me. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm here. I'm listening.
That was actually close to me, but whenever I would say, "Listen, I'm not ready for a relationship," and even if I was, I'm not going to even mess with that because we have a friendship that I really honor. But then all of a sudden, he's sending me
private pics.
Yeah.
Like clearly he ain't hear what you said. Clearly
dick pics.
Either he didn't hear.
I don't know anything about it.
Either he didn't.
I know. I
don't
mean,
know what that's like.
Either he didn't hear what you said, or he didn't respect what you said. One of those two. I'm here to incline to believe the latter of the two. Meaning,
not
he
all
didn't
guys
care
are like
about
that.
you. Not all guys are like that.
But I'm not gonna sit here and no.
Yeah, you know what? What's not everything like that? Females actually keeping it brutally honest with dudes, like you said.
I always say it. If somebody's trying to talk to me, I always say, "Listen, I got my heart gone through some shit just recently. I am emotionally unavailable, but we can still be friends. We can communicate. We can see if there's something." That has a chance in the future. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you got to wait for me while I'm trying to figure out what's going on for me. Okay? I'll give you that choice.
What the hell am I waiting for?
But that's all on you.
Let me ask you, if a guy says he's willing to wait, how long will you make a guy wait before you get over the last person?
I'm not making him wait.
Well, if they choose to,
you ask for that choice to wait or not.
I ain't waiting. I ain't waiting. Now, for me, just because I said I'm not waiting does not mean I'm not going to stick around.
When you said that you'll understand. But if you do like the person a little bit more, if you don't like the person as much,
you're going to move.
You're going to keep it moving.
But if you do like the person, and that's the perspective I'm talking about now. Just because I stuck around does not mean I'm waiting for you. Get out my face with that bullshit. Talking about waiting for a female.
I would never ask anybody to wait for me.
What the hell am I waiting for? Like, what time is dinner done? Are you kidding me? Like Keith said, how long are you going to make the guy wait for? There is no date. There is no set date. Like, you know what?
If you're talking to another person.
I mean,
bro, there is no set date. It's not like you're out here cooking dinner and you're like, you know what? The pot roast will be done in about 45 minutes. Come through. Hell no. We're talking about real life. We're talking about emotions. We're talking about the human race out here. I ain't waiting for shit. Because by waiting, I feel like I'm over here delaying my own time for something that's just a just in case, for something that's just a potential, for something that's just a maybe, for something that's just a damn lottery ticket. What the hell am I waiting for? You know what? You're special, mommy. You're important, mommy. You know what? You got a great life to live, and I'm so proud of you. Guess what? I do too. That's damn right. I ain't gonna stop myself or delay myself waiting for somebody else. Like I said, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna stick around, because if I'm at the level that we spoke about, as far as cool, shorty's cool, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being friends. Now, in the time of our friendship, can your heart change? Yeah, of course that things can happen. But I'm not putting a timestamp on that. I'm not waiting on that. I'm already if Shorty tells me and communicates to me, this is what it is, thank you, ma. I fully appreciate it. Matter of fact, I might like you even more for keeping it brutally honest with me. So you know what? I'm going to stick around because I do enjoy this friendship. But just because I'm here sticking around enjoying this friendship does not mean that I'm not out here looking for what it is that I'm ready for. Keyword, what I'm ready for. This is from the perspective from somebody that's already ready and already know what he or she wants. Now, if you don't know, then somebody else can talk about that. I ain't talking about that because I ain't in them shoes. I can only talk from my own perspective and my own life experiences. Right now, if I'm ready for something more in my life, then that's what the hell I'm striving to. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to reach.
Yeah.
Now, if I come across in my lifetime, I meet somebody and I'm like, oh my God, she's the one, but she ain't ready, then you know what? Maybe it wasn't the right time yet. But you know what? Am I supposed to dub her or whatever? Like, if I already thought she's cool, what is it that I really wanted to? Like I said, it's not just about sex. If it's just about sex, and it is what it is, you're not going to stick around for that if that's all it was. Yeah. But if you actually want something more and you value something more than just sex in your life, you value friendship, you value communication, you value energy, vibing, you value that, oh wow, he or she can teach me something, I could teach them something, you know what? We talk crazy and we have deep conversations, like I like this. It's very rare to meet somebody that you click with like that. Like I said, there's nothing wrong to just be friends. If you're just going to be friends, then so be it. But that does not mean that you need to stop yourself to achieve what it is that you really want. Now, you guys can disagree with me, and you guys can agree with me or not. Keith probably is going to disagree with me with this one. But I feel like as a man, once a man reaches a certain level, only a good woman can help him exceed that and surpass that level and make him reach the next step.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I can say I sort of disagree, and only because you said it in the beginning. Once he's reached a certain level, it's like I don't think a man needs a woman to exceed any levels. I think he can get as high as he wants as long as he continue to push himself.
Yeah, and I disagree with you because at the end of the day, a good woman can take a bum and turn him to a king, and a bad woman can take a king and completely destroy him.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to disagree with that.
Maria Rosado,
with that. But as
Maria Rosado, I feel as
it's
long
only
as
what you allow.
Yes, Maria Rosado, I feel as long as you set it straight that you ain't interested into getting into a relationship. You're right, Luna. He got heated.
Girls don't listen to that. Girls don't never listen to that.
I'm not saying I got heated on Ray, but y'all did bring the stitches out as far as talking about, wait, what the hell am I waiting for? I ain't got time to wait for nobody.
He said something I want to speak on.
Talk to me.
Okay, so he said, if you're talking to somebody, that means you're ready. No, if you're talking to somebody, I'm actually trying to break out of my fear and I'm giving it a chance. But if I'm being honest with you...
Damn, but now you said chance.
Wait.
But I like the fact that you said chance. I do like what I said. Go ahead, bro. I'm not going to forget what I have.
Because my thing about that is this. A chance at what if you're not ready?
The
fact that you're trying to break out of the shell
but look
means
at the society
you're ready.
that we're in.
No, it doesn't mean you're ready.
Everybody wants to fuck. Everybody wants to fuck first and then fall into whatever they want to fall into. But no.
Nope.
If I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you so we can build a friendship and a bond before seeing if we can go anywhere more. Because that will last longer than
yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. But the fact that you said chance, that's what I mean as far as unlocking your heart. I didn't ever say open it. So let me use this analogy, and we actually spoke about this. I think it was all on the phone. It goes something like this. We're all hurt. We've all been hurt. We've all gone through our past experiences. I'm so glad I remember this. We all gone through our past experiences. So what happens with that, Keith? We know this, right, brother? Like we've all built walls. We've all built these walls to protect ourselves. Hell no, I don't want to get hurt. Hell no, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Damn, I thought he or she was true to the core and they was the fakest one I've ever known. You know what? I can't even trust nobody. I can't even love them. Whatever it is. We've all built a big ass wall in our lives. Now we live with this. And then we be like, damn, you know what? I'm even less happy than what I was before. You know what? I need to break down this wall. But what do? once we get to that level. I ain't breaking down the whole wall. It took me a lot of time, but I'm not gonna break it down to a wall. I'm just gonna break it down to a fence. Now, you can still look over the fence, but you still can't walk in.
You know, I actually.
You understand that analogy? Like, yeah, we can break down our walls, but we still have some boundaries with them because we're still hurt. Mm-hmm. But breaking down the walls is giving ourselves that chance. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, oh, we have hopes. It's not like it's not about hope. It's about giving yourself a chance to be happy again because you have the awareness that this wall is actually causing more pain and misery than not having it at all.
No, definitely, and that's what I'm saying. If you got to that point with somebody, you're ready, and that's all that I'm saying is. Why else would you be tearing down that wall? It took you so long to build. Those experiences you went through made it become so high. Why would you tear it down? Because you want to get over the past experience.
Yes.
So you take it down a little bit. You meet somebody that's kind of what you want. They have potential. Mm-hmm. You see that. So it comes down to where, like you said, you can see over it and see them.
Yeah, like you can see it, but you still can't walk through.
Right? But my thing is this. Why can't we turn that fence and put a gate with the option of that if we've gotten that far?
Because that's
that's what I was just going to say, though. But if you've gotten that far and decided you want to take the chance, why wouldn't you be ready to be all in?
Because it took you time to realize that first you want to break down that wall. Yeah. So if you took X amount of time, because we all agree it takes different times for everybody. So if it took you time to break down that wall, damn, it's going to take me some time to build this fence up too. You know what? Now the fence is there.
That wall is not just stopping people from coming in. That wall is stopping you from going out. The other day, I had a conversation with somebody. I forgot to let her know about the show tonight.
What's up, the link?
But I had let her know. Sometimes when we want to express something and work on our craft, we're thinking of it as letting people in. Don't think of it like that. Think of it as getting yourself out, taking yourself out. Once you take yourself out, you are more available than just.
I do agree with what you're saying because that does come with boundaries. So yes, you may have a wall, you may have a fence, and that's to protect people, to protect you from people walking in. But that's also you protect yourself from walking out. So I do agree with yourself as far as opening yourself up and putting yourself up in that position to be ridiculed and to be criticized because of what is it that you love. So yes, I do agree with that. But to answer Cree's question, it's just like it took time to build that wall. It took time to break it down. It took time to break it down to a fence. Now it's gonna take time for me to even put a door there. Now the door's there. There's not even a light. That door is just for illusion. Make you think you could walk in and shit like that, right? Now I'm gonna now it's the lag. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like let's not tell people like it's gonna happen from one day to the next. Let's tell people that it's gonna take time and there's steps and there's levels and there is a process to this. And please, guys, I'm talking to myself too. Please, guys, let's not forget the process. There's beauty in the process because within the process, you are able to look back and see the progression and see the growth that you've actually done. So you know what? If you gotta be down and out, if you ain't got no food, if you ain't got no money, if you ain't got no job, whatever, remember that shit. Because by the time it is that you do get to the level of where you want to be, or at least or to the path that can reach you to your successes and to reach your dreams and your goals in your life, you don't ever forget where the hell you started from. Don't ever forget all the damn lessons that you learned from that, because you know what? That's exactly what the hell made you who you are today.
And I love that you said that. Let me ask you this, Stitch, and because we're talking about this. Have you ever done demolition?
Yes.
So you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't a good job, but yes, I have.
But you have. Did that job entail knocking down walls?
Yes.
So you should be good at it. What are you scared of? What are the fears holding you back? Why build something you know you can tear down? And I'm using that as an example, but in general,
I'll tell you right now. One of the reasons I built the wall was because she cheated on me. Oh, damn. Okay, that's already built. Now, the second reason I built the wall was because she took advantage of me and she was just using me to level up. Now, those are two different reasons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so those two different reasons is gonna take different amount of times to get over it, right?
And then
Agreed.
There's other reasons you don't even know about. Because you also made mistakes as well. You know, and there's always a reason for everyone's actions, whether it be subliminal or whether it be right there, slap in the face. It's obvious. But not only do we have darn, I forgot what I was saying.
Well, to sort of tap on it before I forget, because I was holding my thought, right? Well, no, all I was going to just say is in regards to what we were saying in the beginning of the show, as far as we find the things that we love on the other side of fear, the quote that Will Smith, that quote, in regards to that. It's like when we build the wall, it's because we have been through that, and the fear we're trying to build the wall up against is being hurt again.
That wall is not only because, this is what I was saying, it's not only because of the hurt that people, it's not because of the hurt that people gave you, it's also because of the hurt that you gave yourself, because you made mistakes in the past as well. You made mistakes in the past, and because you're at peace with it and you're realizing it, you realize that you need to change it, but you don't know how it's going to work out because it's the first time that you realize it, and you don't want to hurt the next person.
You're absolutely right.
You still have lessons to learn.
Yes,
and that's the reason why I say I'm emotionally unavailable, and that's the reason why I say I'm true to myself, because I know how my heart is, and I know where I'm at mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And
I mean, that sounds like somebody that's ready though.
You know what? I don't want to completely.
Are you trying to make sure I'm ready?
No, just going with the flow.
He's just analyzing and things like that. Now, but I do agree with Keith as far as sometimes, like I don't want to completely disagree with Keith, because this is a possibility. If you come to the point in your life where you're ready to turn down the walls, then that means you're ready to move on and to get with somebody. You know what? That's definitely a possibility. But like I said, I'm gonna still stick to my point of view as far as most of the time it's not. Most of the time there is a step, and most of the time there is a process. I love this show too much. We wasn't even able to talk about our last topic, which was they always have a tag along. Can you deal with something like that? Now, I had a couple of things to say as far as they're just being a good friend, and maybe they're just setting boundaries because of their priorities. I know Keith has so much to say about this.
Well, it's just because I've been on both sides.
I don't care right now. Today, I don't care. Maybe next Tuesday.
We're gonna have to. We'll talk about it next
time. That's grimy.
No, but we keep it brutally
honest
here.
I'm not honest, all right?
Next time,
because
I do have a lot to share.
Answer that right now if you want.
Only because I've been on both sides.
Talk about it now, because me and Keith, we got a heated debate on that.
Oh, but, that's why. Okay, so it has nothing to do with me. Okay, so.
Well, you say all that, but I'm just saying we had something for the viewers right now. Now, one of the last topic was actually gonna be they always have a friend along. Can you actually deal with somebody? You're dating with somebody, you're getting to know with somebody, you're trying to go out with somebody, you're dating with somebody, and it's like they always have a friend, a tag along that he or she always wants to come around, always wants to tag along and things like that. We're gonna talk about that next week. We're also gonna talk about something you guys have been requesting for a while now. Finally, I'm ready for it. It's called From Soulmate to Roommate.
Woo.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and we're also gonna talk about a little bit about insecurities. I mean, seriously, she told me she's tired. She told me she's knocking out, but yet she's still posting on Facebook. Why? That's not who I said it, because I don't care.
Man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. 2 hours later, still posting on Facebook.
I do that a lot.
Hey, I'm going to bed.
That's what we're gonna talk
2 hours later.
Conversation.
So what do you have to say as far as how do you feel as far as can you deal with somebody that always have a friend to tag along? Because I want to hear your point of view before we end the show.
Honestly, if somebody is tagging one of their friends along to a date, it could be because she wants to be a good friend, or he wants to be a good friend, or it can be that she's not even comfortable with the relationship that she's in or he's in. You know,
like
so
they
just
like
wanna
they
look
need somebody else around to sort of
to
be a
feel
buffer.
safe. To
Okay,
feel safe.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, from a guy, I don't get that, but from a female's point of view,
There's
I
guys
can get
like that though. There's guys
that
like
don't
that.
want to be around women by
No.
themselves. Hey, if you a guy that don't like being around women by yourself, I'm glad I don't know you.
In a long-term relationship, and then this person is like, okay, I realize I'm not really for this relationship. It's boring. It's boring. Let's tag my friend along so we can enjoy our time.
Yeah, because he or she is actually funny and you're so dull. I get you. It's true,
I
right?
am not dull, please.
I'm just saying, as far as your example, I'm like, yo, Keith, you want to roll along? This chick can never start a conversation. Please help me out here. That's what you're saying, right?
I mean,
That's the example?
It's
like,
just the fact
I want to
that
bring my friend along because you're boring?
No, it could be a lot deeper than that. It could be what's going on behind closed doors.
What do you mean?
In that relationship, it could be a lot of fights and arguments, and then he's trying to apologize over and over. Hey, let me take you out on a date. Or she's like, hey, listen, no, a lot of women don't apologize. I know that, but I'm not saying I did this before.
I do love what you have to say. I know Keith is biting his tongue right now. Yo, bro, you bleeding, bro. Just wipe that blood off.
I'm alright.
Nah, so
next week.
We're definitely going to talk about that next week. We're going to talk about how do you guys feel and how do you guys deal with when they always have a tag along. We're going to talk about from soulmate to roommate, and we're also going to talk about, damn, she told me she's tired and she's about to lay down. Yeah, I see her on Facebook. I'm not going to give you my perspective on that yet. Tune in next week. I want to say God bless y'all. I want to thank y'all all for tuning in. I also want to send my condolences to anybody that has lost anything in this worldwide crisis that we have going on. I am planning a live show. It's going to be on Instagram Live. I got some people from New York. I got some people from Italy. And I got some people from here. We're all going to join in. And we're actually going to talk about this pandemic. And I want to give people the information, not from the media, not from the news. I actually want to give you guys this information from actual people that are actually going through this situation right now. I feel like that's a great idea to bring awareness, to bring out information, and to let people know the gravity of the seriousness of the situation that we're in. If it's serious or not, I believe it is. Some people disagree, and maybe with the information that we're going to be putting up there to the forefront, we could, now I'm not trying to change nobody's mind, but at least bring awareness to the situation. I'm going to save the video because more than likely they're going to probably flag it and take it down. So y'all definitely going to tune into that. I definitely want to tune out. It's your boy Stitches NBC, and today I'm so grateful and appreciative, and grateful was the word that I wanted to use. I just want to focus on grateful. To have Bella X. I love Bella. She does music too, guys.
Yes,
and also my killer Brutally for joining me and helping me influence you guys. Learn from each other, because at the end of the day, I learned a lot today too. We all learned. And I really do love you guys, and I want to tell y'all all God bless, and I hope y'all all stay safe. Now, Benji, now you tuning in, bro? Bro, the show starts at 8. You're a little late, bro. Nina, tú también, Nina. Déjate de esa vaina, manita. Déjate de esa vaina. Tune in at 8, girl.
Next week.
Tuning out. Yo, guys, from Brutally Honest Unfiltered. Hey, guess what? We got a podcast. I'll send y'all the link. I'll see y'all next week, guys. 8 o'clock. Don't miss it.